Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about minimum spanning tree in data structure. Just see, first we will see what is the difference between tree and graph. So in case of graph, a graph may have a cycle, while if we talk about a tree, so tree is a subset of a graph which does not have any cycle. So if we talk about spanning tree, so spanning tree, suppose a graph G is given which has number of vertices V and set of edges E, and we just want to find out a subgraph T which will comprising the set of vertices V dash and set of edges E dash, such that V dash covers all the vertices. So V dash is equal to V. So in that case, this subgraph T is known as spanning tree. So what is a spanning tree? So basically, for a given graph, if we are able to find out such a tree which covers all the nodes of the graph, but it is a tree, so that is called the spanning tree. Spanning tree means that is spanning, that is covering all the nodes of a graph exactly once. So this is what the spanning tree. Now see, a graph may have more than one number of spanning trees. So the main topic is how we can find out the minimum spanning tree. Just see here, a graph G may have so many spanning tree, T1, T2, T3 and so on. It may have any number of spanning tree. The objective is we have to find out such a spanning tree which has minimum cost, which has total minimum weight, that is called minimum spanning tree. So just see here, so we have to find out such a spanning tree for which if we are summing up the weights of all the edges present in that spanning tree, and that weight, so total sum of weight comes minimum, so that tree is called minimum spanning tree. So basically there are two algorithms to find out a minimum spanning tree. So first algorithm is Kruskal and another is a Prim's algorithm. So Kruskal is the simplest algorithm to find out the minimum spanning tree for a given graph. Just see here, this is an algorithm for the Kruskals. So the first step is accept the number of vertices. So definitely the graph will have set of vertices and set of edges. So first we have to accept we have to take input for what? The number of vertices. Now second step, accept the vertices being connected by edge and weight of the edges. So we have to accept both the things, edges, set of edges and corresponding weights. So we have already talked about the weighted graph. So basically here we will talk about a weighted graph in which each edges will have a weight assigned to it. Now the step 3 is, now just see here in this example, just see, this is a weighted graph. Why? The edges are assigned some weights over here. So we have to take inputs, the nodes, number of nodes, and also the edges, and also along with edges we have to take input corresponding weights of edges. So now step 3 is sort the edges depending on the weight in increasing order. So we will take input the weights of all the edges, then we will sort those edges in corresponding to what? Corresponding to the increasing order of their weights, weight in increasing order. So the edges will be sorted in increasing order of their weights. Now step 4, repeat step 5 for each edge. Now this step 5 will be repeated. So here we will run a loop, and this step 5 will be repeated for each edge until all the edges are accessed of the spanning tree. Now if the edge makes a loop, then delete the edge. So for each edge we will check whether this edge makes a loop or not. If it makes a loop, so we don't have to consider that edge, we have to delete that edge. Otherwise else add the edge to the spanning tree. So otherwise if it does not make a cycle, it does not make a loop, then in that case that edge will be considered into the spanning tree set. Now this step will be repeated until we all the edges of the graph are accessed. Now step 6, display the edges. These set of edges will be actually the elements of the spanning tree. Now exit out. So this is what all about the Kruskal's algorithm, and with the help of example we will see how it works. Just see here, this is an example. The weighted graph is given and we have to find out the minimum spanning tree using Kruskal's algorithm. So Kruskal's algorithm, what it says, first take the input of all the vertices. Yes, we have taken. Now take the inputs of all the edges. Yes, we have taken. Now take the corresponding weights of their edges. Yes, we have the corresponding weights of all the edges. Now step 3 says that sort the edges in their increasing order of weights. So just see here, we have sorted these edges in increasing order of their weights. So just see here in this graph, the minimum weight is what? AB. So 2 is taken here. Now second is minimum is 2, again 2, that is DF. So 2 is taken here. Then the next minimum is 3. So 3. So 3 is added here. Now 4 has come 2 times. Now 6 has 6. Now 7 has come 2 times. 7, and just see here this 7. Both edges, B, E and GF. Now 8 has come 1 time. So 8. Now last 2, 9 has come 2 times. EF as well as DG. Just see here, we have sorted these all the edges in their increasing order of their weights. Now next step is pick each edge one by one. Pick up each edge one by one. So first we will pick up first smallest weight edge, and just see whether it makes a cycle or not. So since we are taking the first time, so these 2, suppose there are 2 edges of weight 2. So either we can consider this edge or we can consider this edge. So now we are considering this edge. So now see A, B. Now this edge as selected. Is this edge making a loop? No. So it will be considered here. Now choose the second one. Now this is chosen. This is what? This edge, D and F. Now this D and F is chosen. D and F is chosen. Now is this making a loop here? No, it is not making a loop here. So this will be considered. Now 3 only there is only one edge. So now AC, if we draw AC edge here, is this making a loop? No. So no problem is there. So now this edge will be selected in this set. So basically what we are doing, we are selecting these edges in minimum spanning tree set. Just see it, minimum spanning tree set. We are considering what? We are considering AB. First we consider AB, then we considered DF, then we have considered AAC and so on. So basically each edge will be added to this set when it is not making a loop. If it is making a loop, then it will be deleted. It will not be added over here in this set. Now next is 4. Now there are 2 edges 4. This one or this one. So either we can take this one. First we take, suppose we are taking this one, C and D. Just see, if we are adding C and D, is this making a loop? No. So we can consider it here 4. The another next 4 is this one, C and G. So can we take this? So G is here. If we are adding this edge, is this making loop? No. So we can consider it here. So this 4 will be considered in this set here. So all these edges will be added over here. Now just see, next is 6. So there is only one edge, 6, A and D. Just see here, if we are adding AD to this set, is this making a loop? Yes. If we add this AD, it will make a loop over here. So it will not be considered. Now next is 7. So there are 2 edges, this 7 and this is also 7. Suppose we are taking this one. So is this making a loop? No, it is not making a loop. So this will be considered over here. Now another 7, next 7 is this one, F and G. Is this making a loop? Yes, it is a making loop here. It will make a loop like this. So it will be discarded. So it will not be considered. Now 8. It is what? D and E. Can we add this edge D and E? No, because this will make a loop over here. So this will not be considered. Now just here 9. 9 is what? D and G. Can we make this loop? This edge? No, this will make a loop. Next 9, this one, Can we add this edge? No, this will make a, just see here, this is what the minimum spanning tree. So now just see, all the nodes are covered over here. So it is the condition that all nodes should be covered and edge, the total weights of edges should be minimum. Just see here, total weights, what is coming over here in case of Kruskal algorithm. So first is 2, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 4, then 6 is not considered, then 7 and so on. So what it is coming? So it is coming 22. So this is what the total weights of minimum spanning tree. This is your answer. The total weights of minimum spanning tree, basically, which has been found out using the Kruskal algorithm, and this is your minimum spanning tree. So this kind of question can be asked in the exam. So you find out the minimum spanning tree. So you will draw a tree like this. This will be your minimum spanning tree. This is your answer. This is your minimum spanning tree, and it can also be asked that find out the total weights of minimum spanning tree. So this will be your answer 22 over here. Okay. Now this same problem. The another algorithm is Prim's algorithms, which is also being used to find out the minimum spanning tree. But the difference between Prim's algorithm and Kruskal algorithm is that Prim's algorithms does not give guarantee to produce minimum spanning tree, while Kruskal's algorithms always produce minimum spanning tree. This is what the difference between Kruskal's algorithms and Prim's algorithm. Just see here how the Prim's algorithms works. So this is what the Prim's algorithm. Now the step 1 is start from any vertex as a source. Just see here, in case of Kruskal's, it is not mandatory to start from a particular vertex. You can start by picking any minimum weight edge. Now the second step is select the minimum cost or weight edge connecting that node. So you will start from the starting vertex, source vertex. You will pick up the edge which has a minimum weight, minimum weight. Now step 3, repeat step 2 until all the vertices are visited exactly once and they do not form a cycle. So what we have to do, this step 2 will be kept inside a loop. On the condition is what? This step will be repeated until all the vertices are visited exactly once. So all the vertices should be visited. Then only it will be spanning tree. Otherwise it will not create a spanning tree. So this is the condition with the spanning tree, that a spanning tree should cover all the nodes of the graph. So when all the vertices are visited exactly once, so we have to stop over here. And the another condition is that it should also not form a cycle. It should not also form a cycle. If it is forming a cycle, we don't have to move ahead. Now the step 4 is, now after visiting all the nodes exactly once, we will display the edges. This will be nothing but your minimum spanning tree, and we will exit out from this algorithm. Just see here in this example. This is an example for which this is a weighted graph, and for which we have to find out minimum spanning tree, and also we have to find out the total weights of minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm. Just see here algorithm, what it says. See, the starting vertex is given A. So it will be given in the question that the starting vertex is A. So now you will start from that starting vertex A. So we have picked up the starting vertex A. Then we have how many options are there to move ahead? There are 3 options available. There are 3 branches. So either we can move this direction, either or this direction or this direction. But the Prim's algorithm says that we have to move towards that direction which has least weight assigned. Just here 10, 14, 28 out of 3. Which one is the minimum? 10 is the minimum. So we will move ahead towards this direction. So we will pick up this edge for 10 means F. Now just see here. At this node only we have only one option. 25. Just see here the previous set of values, there are 14 and 28 are values. So just see here, out of this one 25, 14, 28, out of these three, which one is the minimum? 14 is the minimum, so it will take this age. Now it is not forming a cycle, so now we will pick up this age over here, 40. Now just see here, at this location we have an option. Either we can move this way, either we can move this way, or we can move this way. So we have 14, 24, 18. So three values, 14, 24, 18, and previous values are, remaining values are 28 and 25. So out of these, which one is the minimum? This one is the minimum. So we will consider this age, and this is also not forming a cycle over here. So this will be considered. Now just see here, what is the option? There is only one option here. We can move this way, 16, but we have to consider the previous values also. Now what are the previous remaining values? This is 24, this is 25, and 28 also, and here is 16. So out of these four, 16 is minimum, so we will move ahead. We will pick up this age, and this is also not forming a cycle. Now we have next option is 13. Now 28, 25, remaining option is 28, 25, 24 and 13. So out of these four, 13 is minimum. So 13 age will be considered over here, and this is also not forming a cycle. Now at this location, either we can move this way. If we move this way, this will make a cycle. So this is not an option. This will not be an option. Only this option is there. We can move from D to E, 22. Just see in the previous values, 22, 28, 25 and 24. So 22 is minimum, so we will pick up this age. Now we'll come to E here. Now just see here, all the vertices are covered. No vertices are left here. Now this is what? The minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm. Just see here. So this is your answer. This is the minimum spanning tree. Now we have to find out the total weights. Total weights of minimum spanning tree. So what it comes? So 10 plus 14 plus 14 plus 16 plus 13 plus 22. So if we summing up the weights of this minimum spanning tree, or the weights of edges of this minimum spanning tree, so we have the total weight is coming 89. So this is our answer. Basically, the minimum spanning tree and the total weights of minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm for this given example, for this given weighted graph. So this is all about the Kruskal algorithms and Prim's algorithms. So thank you very much. Now just see, we have a question that show that the maximum number of vertices in a binary tree of height h is to the power h plus 1 minus 1. So if the height of a tree is binary tree is h, so we have to prove that the maximum number of vertices will be to the power h plus 1 minus 1. So how we can prove it? Just see here, as we know that the maximum number of nodes at any level of binary tree is always to the power L, where L is the level number. Just see here. Suppose if you are talking about, just see here in example, this is complete binary tree. So it has how many number of levels? Level 0, level 1 and level 2. Just see here, the maximum number of nodes, possible nodes in complete binary tree. So in binary tree, maximum number of nodes at the root level will be always 1. So this is what? To the power 0, 1, to the power L, basically to the power L. Now level 1, so to the power 1, how much 2? The maximum number of possible nodes at level 1 is 2. Now at level 2 is 4. So at level 3 is 8. So this is how the maximum possible number of nodes at any level of binary tree will be to the power L. Just see here, maximum number of nodes at level 0 to the power 0, 1, at level 1 to the power 1, 2, at level 2 to the power 2, 4. So if we talk about the hth level, just see here, the height of this binary tree is what? So the height of binary tree is 2. So the maximum level number is 2, so height is 2. So if we talk about the height of a tree is h, so basically the largest level will be h. Just see here, the height of this tree is 2, so the maximum level is 2. So similarly, the height of the tree is h, so the maximum level will be h over here. So just see here, the last one, the maximum possible number of nodes at level h is equal to the power h. So just see here, so total, if we summing up all these values, so total number of possible maximum maximum possible nodes of a binary tree of height h will be obtained by adding all these numbers. Just see here, if you are adding up, so to the power 0 plus to the power 1 plus to the power 2 dot 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 to the power h. So this is what? This is nothing but a geometric series. So we have solved so many examples of geometric series over here. So this is nothing but a geometric series. So geometric series formula says that S sum is equal to A into R to the power n divided by R minus 1, where n is what? N is the total number of steps. So how many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, h. So basically it starts from 0 and it's up unto h. So basically there will be h plus 1 number of terms over here. So the value of n will be what? The value of n will be h plus 1. Now, so we'll put in place of n h plus 1. Now, what is the value of r? The common ratio. Common ratio is what? The next term divided by previous term. So to the power 1 divided by 2, that is 2. So the value of r is 2. This is, and what is a? A is the first term. First term is what? To the power 0 means 1. So just see here, we are putting these values. So a is equal to 1, n is equal to h plus 1, r is equal to 2. So what we are getting here? To the power h plus 1 minus 1. So this is your proof for a binary tree having height h will have maximum possible number of nodes to the power h plus 1 minus 1. Thank you very much.